Physics Chapter 1 Motion. So in the last part we did graphical representation of motion, some introduction to it. Today we are going to solve some numericals based on it, so our concept becomes more stronger. So just to give you a little revision on what we did in the last part, I would like to draw your attention to these graphs. The first graph over here is about a body which is at rest, the body at rest, because on y-axis there is displacement or distance, on x-axis there is time. The displacement is constant with respect to time. Time is increasing, displacement is not changing, so the body is at rest. The second graph, where it's a distance time graph, where the graph is, this line, it is also known as graph or curve, although it's a straight line, but it is many times referred to it as a curve, right? So this graph or a curve, whenever it is an inclined line inclined to time axis, then a straight line inclined to time axis in a distance time graph represents constant speed, but a curve distance on a distance time graph represents variable speed. Now this curve can be not like this, but however you want it to be. It can be like this, it can be like this, not a straight line. Anything else except a straight line is considered as a curve. Okay, then the same thing, this is distance time graph, this is displacement time graph. And in displacement time graph also, if it is a straight line parallel to time axis, body is at rest. If it is a inclined line, why is the graph beginning from this point? Why not from this point? That means that the body is certain distance away from the initial position when we have started plotting its graph, right? So this is constant velocity since it's a straight line, and when the graph is a curve, it's a variable velocity. So these were all the distance time and displacement time graph. Then we saw speed time graph. When speed time graph is a straight line parallel to time axis, that means constant speed. Constant speed means acceleration is how much? 0. Where this one, the acceleration is there, acceleration is present, right? Speed is increasing, right? So it is the example of accelerated motion, or non-uniform motion, right? Okay, the third graph is about constant retardation. So if the graph or the curve or the line, it is like a slide. Have you seen a slide? A slide like this, right? This is known as a slide, where you are going to slide down. So when a body is there on a slide, and if it is sliding down, okay, if you see something like this, imagine it's constant retardation. Okay, sliding down is not an example of constant retardation, but the graph looks like that. And this constant acceleration, just imagine that there are steps and you have to climb up. So stairs, constant acceleration looks like flight of stairs, and you have to go up. Constant retardation looks like a slide from which a body will slide down, right? So this is accelerated motion, or you can say motion retardation, you can say, or non-uniform motion. Speed time graph. Velocity time graph, same thing. Speed is replaced with the word velocity over here. Nothing changes. Okay, what can change over here is velocity time graph can go below time axis. Speed time graph cannot go below time axis. Okay, let's start with some solved examples. Interpret the distance time graph. Okay, let's try to interpret this. Interpret means study this. Okay, so what is happening? The body is, okay, this is a distance time graph. So it is showing how much distance a body is covering in particular time. Body is starting from rest. In 2 seconds, the body is traveling 2 meters, right? 2 seconds here connected with 2 meter over here. The body is traveling 2 meters in 2 seconds, right? Then in further 1 second, 2 to 3 seconds, the body is at rest. So this is the position of rest. This is the position of constant speed. Again, from B to C, it is constant speed. But can you tell me which speed is more? O to A or B to C? Speed of the body when it is traveling from O to A or B to C, which speed is more? So for finding out speed and distance time graph, we find out the slope. Now just by looking at the graph, which slope feels more than the other? BC slope or OS slope? That question you should ask yourself. किसका स्लोप ज्यादा है, OA का या BC का? Of course BC's slope is more. So BC's slope is more, that's why BC's speed is more. So here the speed is higher. ठीक है, speed of body from B to C is greater than speed of body from O to A. Correct? So this is how you interpret the graph. Now you can do one more thing. You can find the value of speed. You can find the value of speed. So for first 2 seconds, what is the speed? How you find the speed from distance time graph? You find the slope of the graph. How you find the slope of the graph? I will again show you. This is again a revision kind of thing happening with you. So what you do is you select 2 points. So first point I will select it as A and second as O. Okay. So what is slope equal to? Slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If you have not understood the concept of slope, again this is a chance for you to understand. So this first point I will take it as x1 y1 and the second point I will take it as x2 y2. Okay, now what is x1 y1? X1 y1 are the coordinates of these points. What are the coordinates of this point? 0 0, right? So x1 y1 is nothing but 0 comma 0. And what is x2 y2? What is the x2? That is x coordinate of point A, 2. So 2 comma y2. What is y2? It is also 2. Correct? So what is y2 minus y1? 2 minus 0 upon what is x2 minus x1? 2 minus 0. See, y2 is 2 and y1 is 0. Similarly, x2 is 2 and x1 is 0. 2 minus 0 upon 2 minus 0 is 2 by 2, which is 1. So slope is 1 meter per second. That is speed. Speed from O to A. Speed from O to A is how much? 1 meter per second. Okay, so this is the speed 1 meter per second, which I found from the graph. I have not even read anything, just I have seen the graph and looked at the details which were given to me and found out, right? Again, I can find the speed from B to C. Let's find it out. So I will consider 2 points on B to C. Preferably you can consider the first point and the last point, which are very much visible. Okay, so speed, let me just take this to the right side. Speed of body from 3 seconds to 3 seconds, right? We started at 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds to 6 seconds. Speed of body from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, or from B to C. Speed of the body from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, or from B to C. Okay. So what is the speed of the body from B to C? We have taken 2 points. Can you tell me the coordinates of point B, which is going to be our x1, y1? What is the x coordinate of point B? See here, coordinate geometry's knowledge is very important, which we have already done in mathematics. So many of the mathematical knowledge is getting useful to us here. So what is the coordinate of B? X coordinate 3. What is the y coordinate of point B? 2. What is the x coordinate of point C? 6. X coordinate means you have to look down here, and y coordinate means you have to look in the left side. 6, 8. Right? We got x1, y1, x2, y2. In case still you are wondering what is x1, y1, I'll tell you. This x coordinate of B is x1, and this is y1, and this is x2, and this is y2. Right? x1, y1, x2, y2 is clear now. Let's find the slope or speed of the body from B to C. So slope is equal to, the formula of slope is rise upon run. So y2 minus y1 is the rise, and x2 minus x1 is the run. I discussed this in the last class. y2 minus y1. What is y2? 8. Minus what is y1? 2. What is x2? 6. And x1? 3. So 8 minus 2 is 6, and 6 minus 3 is 3. So 6 by 3 is 2 meter per second. So speed of the body from B to C is 2 meter per second. And I showed you that speed of the body from A to B, O to A, sorry, is 1 meter per second. So which speed is higher from B to C? And that we predicted beforehand, because we knew what is slope and how to find out which line has a greater slope. If we know that much, then we know that where the body is going in higher speed and where it is going in lower speed. And if we want to calculate it, actually we can calculate with the help of formula for slope. So what did we find from this graph, distance time graph? We found that the body is moving with 1 meter per second from O to A. Let's write this down. Where should we write it down? Okay, let's write it down a little bit over here. Number one, first thing, body is moving with a constant speed of 1 meter per second. Body is moving with a constant speed of 1 meter per second from O to A. Second, body is at rest from A to B. And third, body is moving at a constant speed of 2 meter per second from B to C. Right? These three things are evident from the graph. We found out the speed also, positions also, from where to where, what is the position, everything we found out. So this is how you read a graph. Understand? Now we'll try to read some more difficult graph, but this was necessary. Right? The same thing they have written here. Okay. from the position time graph given. Position matlab distance, you can say distance time graph. This is distance time. Okay, ST graph or distance time graph. Find the average speed and the distance traveled between 2 and 5 seconds. Average speed. Let's find the average speed first. Average speed. What is average speed? Actually, the body is moving with constant speed. So average speed is equal to constant speed. In this case, actually, we don't have to find total distance upon total time. If you want, that also is possible, no problem. Okay, so let's find it out. That is slope, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So what is let's consider 2 points now. Let's consider this 2 points. One is A and one is B. So what is y2 minus y1? See, y2 is 5, y1 is 2. Directly 5 minus 2. So y2 minus y1 is 5 minus 2 and x2 minus x1. So this is x2 and this is x1, right? So that is also 5 minus 2. So that is 3 by 3. So the average speed comes out to be 1 meter per second. Correct? That is the slope. Great. Now, how do we find the distance traveled? What they're asking is find the distance traveled between 2 and 5 seconds. Okay. See, at 2 seconds, the body was at 2 meter away from the initial position, that is O, and at 5 seconds the body was at 5 meter distance from the original position. So distance traveled from 2 to 5 seconds, distance traveled from 2 to 5 seconds is equal to 5 minus 2, that is 3 meter, right? At 5 seconds the body was 5 meter away from the initial position, and at 2 seconds the body was at 2 meter away from the initial position. So what happened during this time? The body moved from 2 meter to 5 meter, that is 3 meter distance, right? So 1 meter per second and 3 meter, 1 meter per second and 3 meter, I think 3 meter. Yes, here it is. Correct. So I hope you are solving this with me, because I'm showing you the steps also here, and I'm also writing the method, right, and the formula. So if you solve this with me, if you draw the graph, pause the video, draw the graph with pencil and scale, not in graph paper. Okay, these graphs are not to be drawn in graph paper. Please understand that. These graphs are to be drawn in your normal notebooks only, right? And then you can show the method and solve it. So that will be easier for you to solve textbook exercises later. I'm going to give you all full homework. The part-wise homework I'm giving you, but full homework also I'm going to give you. Don't worry. Okay, a car traveling at a speed of 10 meter per second stops in 4 seconds after the application of brakes. If we assume the retardation to be constant, draw a speed time graph for the above information. Now, this is going to be interesting, because we have to draw the graph. Okay, let's I will draw some straight lines. Let me see what I have. What shapes do I have here? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to draw this. This looks very nice. What happened? Just a moment. Yeah, cool. So that's my speed time graph, right? So this is speed VT graph. Some people, they also call it velocity time graph, but it's okay. A car traveling at 10 meter per second. So speed is on y-axis. So here I'm going to draw 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. And here time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Time is here. Time in seconds. Speed in meter per second. Correct? Okay. So a car traveling at a speed of 10 meter per second stops in 4 seconds after the application of brakes. So if we assume the retardation to be constant, see if the retardation is constant, then here the speed time graph will be a straight line, right? And it will be like somebody is rolling down from a slide. You remember that example which I just gave you. So from 10 meter per second, the speed becomes directly 0 meter per second. But after how much time? 4 seconds. So let's draw a straight line from this point, right, to, it will go to this point. And let's make it black in color. Okay. Great. So this is how it will look like. See, at 0 second, the speed of the car was 10 meter per second. And after 4 seconds, the speed of the car became 0 meter per second. So this is nothing but uniform retardation, right? Find the retardation. Now how to find the retardation? Retardation is equal to slope, right? And what is slope? y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Okay, let's take, what is the initial position? This one. So here the coordinates are 0, 10. These are x1, y1. Okay, x1, y1. Initial position always take x1, y1 and final position x2, y2. Okay, so this is the final position. And what are the coordinates? Coordinates are 4, 0. This is x2, y2. This is x2, y2. Remember that I am writing for you. Okay, y2 minus y1. What is y2? 0. Okay, y1. What is y1? 10. 0 minus 10 upon what is x2 minus x1? x2 is 4 minus x1 is 0. So minus 10 upon 4, which is minus 2.5 meter per second square. Minus 2.5 meter per second square is the retardation, that is the slope. And find the distance traveled during this time. So what is the distance traveled in, how to find the distance traveled from a speed time graph, VT graph? Distance traveled is equal to area under the graph. Area under the graph. Please note down everything what I'm writing. Okay. Distance traveled is area under the graph. So what is the area of this portion here? Let me just color it. What is the area of this yellow portion over here? You have to tell me what shape does this look like. What is the shape of this yellow portion? Tell me fast. Tell yourself fast. The shape is like a triangle. So area of triangle, which is half into base into height. So what is the base here? Base is 4, right? This is the base, right? So base is 4. And what is the height? 10. So 2 5s are 4 5s are 20 meter. 20 meter is the distance traveled during this time. The retardation is minus 2.5 meter per second square. And the graph. Everything is in front of you. I hope you understood the concept. Let's check the answer. Check the graph. Perfect. Retardation. One of my mistake, I put a negative sign and I use the word retardation. So I should actually write acceleration here. Acceleration. Right? And finally I should write retardation is equal to 2.5 meter per second square. No minus sign while you use the word retardation. That's my mistake. And what is the distance? Half into base into height, area of triangle, that is 20 meter. Perfect. Let's do the next one. Interpret the following graph and answer the following question. Acceleration between A to B, B to C and C to D. Okay. A to B, they have not written what is A to B, B to C, C to D. Let me write it for you. I don't know why they have not written. So let me write here A. This point I will take it as A. This point as B. This is C and this is D. Okay. So you have to find the acceleration over here, here and here. Right? A to B, B to C, C to D. Please pause this video and solve it for yourself. You will pause the video and solve it for yourself because I'm not going to help you. Okay, done? If you're not done, please pause it and do it. Okay? Don't cheat in the video. Don't think that sir will do it. Let me not do it. Otherwise, you'll never learn. Yeah, you will keep on getting bad marks in exam. I don't want that for you. Don't cheat. When I tell you to solve, solve. We are going to check the answer. You don't expect me to solve every question for you. This is easy. A to B acceleration. What is happening between B to C? What is the acceleration? See, B to C is a horizontal line parallel to time axis, and this is a VT graph. So in VT graph, wherever you find a straight line parallel to x-axis, time axis, then the acceleration over here is 0 because the body is moving with constant speed. How much is that constant speed? 20 meter per second. Acceleration is 0. So one answer I have already given you. You just have to find the acceleration between A to B and C to D. Let me give you one more hint. The acceleration from A to B will be positive and acceleration from C to D will be negative. Why? Because A to B is a accelerating graph and C to D is a retarding graph. Right? These are like stairs and this is like somebody rolling down a slide. You remember, right? Okay, the magnitude, one more I will give you a hint. The magnitude of acceleration from A to B will be higher than the magnitude of, oh, I'm sorry, I said ulta. The magnitude of retardation will be higher than magnitude of acceleration because the slope of CD is more than the slope of AB, right? And the second question is, I'm sure that you have done it. We just have to check the answer. So please pause the video and stop and do it, please. Okay. The second is the average speed for the complete journey 1 to 7. If you want to find the average speed from 1 to 7 seconds, hey, there is just 1 to 6 seconds. So this is also a mistake. Huh? What you will do to find the average speed? Average speed will be given by the area that is average distance. So how you will find average speed? Oh yes, average speed will be given by the formula total distance traveled upon total time taken. Total distance upon total time, that is the average speed. Total distance upon total time. How you will find the total distance? Total distance is nothing but area under the graph. Area under the graph. And total time is 6 seconds, right? So if you divide this, you will get average speed. Area under the graph, if you ask me which area we are talking about, we are talking about this area, right? I'll just let me make this, mark this area. Okay, which shape is this area? Which is this shape? Which is this shape? This is basically a trapezium. What is this shape? This is a trapezium. What is the area of formula for area of trapezium? Half into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. That is half into AD plus BC multiplied by the distance between them. That is distance between them is 20, right? So if you solve this, you'll get area under the graph, total distance, and total time is 6. If you divide this, you will get average speed. Please pause it and finish it. Please pause it. I've given you enough hints for each and every part. Okay, so I hope that you have paused and solved and you got the answers. Now let's go and check it. Okay, so acceleration from A to B is 6.67 meter per second square. I hope your answer is correct. Acceleration from B to C is 0 meter per second square. It is correct. We pretended it. We not pretended, we presumed it. And acceleration from C to D is minus 20 meter per second square. See, I told you the magnitude of retardation is higher than magnitude of acceleration. And total distance, as I showed you, average speed, as I showed you, total distance upon total time, 13.33 meter per second. I hope all your answers are correct. If your answers are not correct, please try again with the method which I showed you, because it is exactly the same method which I showed you. Okay, and now there is this exercise. And now how many questions in the exercise? There are 10 questions in the exercise, right? And then there is the next part. So these 10 questions are to be done by you as homework. I'm going to give it to you in the app right now. So you have to do the homework tomorrow itself, and day after tomorrow I'm going to start with the next part. Now we cannot delay further. I want to finish physics, the first chapter of physics, and the one more chapter of chemistry, first chapter, in May, and also I think lines and angles of maths. Then I think we are in good position. And also the first chapter of physics is quite lengthy, as you can see. There are so many concepts to learn, so it is not easy to finish in one go. I don't know how your school teacher does it, but I take time, because I know these things are tough to understand. If you don't understand one single concept, then it is a burden for a long time, right? So I'll be seeing you in the next video very soon. Please check the app for the homework and do the homework as soon as you can, and ask me your doubts, and try to keep doubts minimum. Okay, try to think about the problem before raising it as a doubt. And if at all you have a doubt, you ask in the group. Let everyone try to solve your doubts, right? So if we can solve each other's doubts and keep our doubts minimum, then it is good for us. We will save our time and do more examples. We can have more time studying rather than just doing those doubts could be solved by everyone. So please help each other in the group. I hope you're listening to this whole video. Some people just stop the video abruptly in between and just walk away. They are like that, we cannot change them. But I'm here to make a change. So let's see if I can. Right? So I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.